say that, of course, as usual, depending on the time zone or the time you watching this video. Oh yeah, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. This is an open forum. I'm not trying to what is it, culture counsel nobody, because your point of view may be different from mine. As long as you keeping it respectful. Now, of course, you on here looking at some flaw or something, and you trying to run off of that. Yeah, you will be deleted and blocked. But anywho, we're gonna get into today's subject. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. So over the weekend, not this weekend, actually it was a couple weeks back, but I just decided to talk about it today. Cause yeah. A little shorty, that see me all the time at his job or whatever, he looks up to me. I guess it's just the way I carry myself. And he was like, "Hey, OG man, you know, can you give me some good advice?" You know what I'm saying? Because you look like you done seen it all and been in, and done it all, or whatever the case is. And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." He's like, "Because I don't really have nobody to really talk to like that." You know what I'm saying? I see how you conduct yourself when you come here, man, and I just felt comfortable to ask you. So I'm like, "All right, what's up?" Like, man, I just want some advice, man, on some relationship stuff and stuff like that. So dude is like probably about, I'll say he probably like maybe 19, 20, 21, somewhere up in there. I ain't never asked him his age or whatever. So I'm like, all right, yeah, what's good, bro? Talk to me. So he was like, yeah, man, I'm dating this female, and she got a kid and stuff like that. I like her, but I don't know what I should do. And I was like, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro, and I'm gonna tell you from experience. I know there's a lot of people coming online making discussion on this whole step parent situation or whatever the case is. Like I told him, man, bro, you got a lot ahead of you in life. You know, um, not to be funny, but you work here, right? Like, yeah, yeah, you need to focus on school and getting a career. This right here is just something for you, to get a little money that you can hopefully invest in whatever you're trying to invest in. But I told him, as far as relationship wise go, I mean, it's cool to be cool with her or whatever the case is, but you know, I wouldn't take it too serious. You know what I'm saying? And so, I'm like, well, is the father still around? He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, bro, you don't, no, you don't want to, man, because it's a lot that comes with being a step parent. It's a lot that come with it, man. It's a hit or miss. It really is. It's a hit or miss. I was at the cigar lounge yesterday, sitting down, and some guys, was sitting at the bar with me, and we was just talking about life, period. And they was giving their experiences on them and stuff like that, being a blended family, and the the good and the bad to that. So, you know, like I told him, and he was like, well, when you say hit or miss, what do you mean? I was like, as far as that child, a lot of times, man, that child ain't gonna probably never, if the child's father is in their life, they ain't gonna really never really look at you as being their daddy, especially if it comes down to some discipline. When it comes down to discipline, if they, if the other parent is not discipline them, yeah, you could become the hated one, because at the end of the day, when you have a household, you have to be the man over your household, and there has to be order. You can't just let kids do what the hell they want to do, because they're not going to. You do. I'm old school. I'm one of them parents. I'm not trying to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend, period. And that's what I think is wrong with a lot of these parents out here nowadays. They try to be they kids friend, period. And I see it all the time. I don't care if you grown. I'm not getting ready to kick it with you. I got family members that kick it with their kids like they all on the same level. I can't. I don't see how they do it. But like getting back, it's a hit or miss, man. Them kids might like you and they might not like you. And it don't matter. And you don't even really have to even really do anything really all that dramatic to them for them not to really like you. They just don't like you. Because a lot of times, if that other parent, whether it's if it's a mother or father in the background, what's up in the background, you know what I'm saying? You don't know if that parent is brainwashing that child. Man, you ain't gotta listen to that dude, or you don't gotta listen to her. That ain't your mama. That ain't your daddy. I'm your mama, or I'm your daddy. You know what I'm saying? And kids grow up with that. And it can be, I mean, you got to really know what you're getting into. You have to really know what you are getting into when it comes down to raising somebody else's kids. Now, me personally, I'm one for now. When I had a stepfather, when I was a kid, I got physically abused. Now, me personally, I don't believe in putting my hands on somebody else's kid. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But you got some people that feel like it's okay for you to do that. And you playing a dangerous game. Cause I mean, I look at my daughter, I'm the type of person like this, man. If the person that I'm with is with somebody else, I want to have somewhat of a relationship, a talking relationship, cordial, with whoever she's with. Somebody got to be the mature one out the whole bunch. Cause I mean, dude ain't did nothing to me. I'm just speaking general. Cause I want him to know I'm in my kid's life. You know what I'm saying? And if my child is getting out of hand, of course, take it to the mama. And if you feel like that mother is not doing what she needs to do to keep her kid in check, hey, bro, here's my number. Give me a call. You know what I'm saying? Or send me a text or whatever the case is. You ain't even got to tell her. Holler at me, bro. I'm going to get my child together. Hey, respect that man's rules in his house or whatever the case is. Do what you know you're supposed to do. So that's being mature about the situation. But everybody is not mature about the situation. This is all the stuff that you have to take to heart when you are taking on the responsibility of taking care of somebody else's kid. And remember, your feelings don't mean nothing. Your feelings don't mean nothing. So you might as well, when you go into this relationship, you're going to be in competition with the attention of the child and you with that parent. Whether it's the mama or the daddy, you're going to be in competition regardless. So you might as well keep that in mind. If them kids don't like you, they going to be going back to their parent, telling them they parent. And you know what I'm saying? The kid, I mean, I'm trying to tell you, but remember, you can't really complain too much about it because this is what you signed up for. That's why you need to know what it is that you are signing up for when taking on the responsibility of dealing with a woman or a man that has kids, that's in that household. This is just real life. Now it might be I mean, hey, like I said, hit or miss. The hit part is, hey man, y'all might hit it off. I've known people that look up to their step parent as hey man, this is who I love. As far as I'm concerned, this is my mama or this is my daddy. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. But then there's the part where that child may not like you. And you got to think about this. If you and the mother have fallouts or whatever the case is, especially if them kids already don't like you, it don't matter who started it. It don't matter who started. Because they're not trying to hear your side. It's one-sided, period. And that's just how it is. See, now when it's your own child or whatever, they'll be open to listen to both sides. But when it's not, they don't care. They don't care. It's just how it is. You gonna get your feelings hurt multiple times, and you gonna try to point it out, and ain't nobody gonna want to see why your feelings is hurt. You just got to be the man and deal with it. And being the man and dealing with it, you got to find yourself something to do. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, whether you guys have the same child or not, hey man, you got to find something outside of that house that you like to do. I gotta open up this window. Okay. You got to find something to do, man. Because you do not want to be sitting around your woman all day long. Because it's like you don't have a life, and that could cause issues right there. So, you find yourself something you like to do, man. Like me personally, I like to, and I'm going to start more often going to cigar lounges. That's what I like to do. Or go play pool. Something to get you out that house. Because you don't want to just be sitting around the house 24 hours. I understand a lot of times you work, you come home, you just want to relax. But, I mean, you got to give yourself, you got to have a hobby, man. So that was my advice to Shorty. Just know what you getting involved with. I understand maybe the girl is pretty or whatever the case is, but that don't mean nothing. Cause that shit fades real quick. Yeah. That beauty, that fades real quick, especially when you in a relationship. Y'all don't even look at each other the same as you did when you first met each other. So I mean, you gotta look at the big picture. Focus on getting yourself together first. Get your credit together. Get your financial status together. And you really want somebody that that's on your level. A person that complements you financially, mentally, spiritually. Somebody that, you guys have a lot in common with. A lot of times, that usually works out better, especially if there's no kids involved. But I understand we live in a day and age where pretty much everybody has a kid. Everybody pretty much has a kid. So, I mean, these are just things you got to take into consideration. The age of the kid, all of that. Because you best believe baby daddy, if he alive in the same city or state, gonna be lurking. Because remember, they got a soul tie together. Because as soon as you hold on. As soon as you piss her or him off, hey, you got to make sure, hopefully that they're, not messing around. Because we do live in a day and age where everybody think that's funny. Hold on, man. Let me roll my window up. Okay, there we go. Because we live in a day and age where people think that that's cool to mess around with your baby daddy or your baby mama or stuff like that to see if they still got it like that because they got this connection with each other. Man, that's for the birds. You got to take all that into consideration, man. You got to take all that into consideration. That's why, I'm going to tell you the same thing my great grandmama and them used to tell me. Get to know the person. Get to know the person before you call yourself trying to commit to this person. If y'all are being intimate with each other, make sure you're using contraceptives, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna tell you that they got AIDS. Ain't nobody gonna tell you that they got herpes. Especially if they feel like they feel normal, or they, ain't having a breakout or nothing like that. Use contraceptives. Because remember, at the end of the day, if it don't work out between you and that person, you gonna still be stuck with yourself. Beauty is skin deep. So with that said, I'm gonna jump on up off of here, and I just wanted to share that with you guys this morning, man. This morning's talk. Y'all be blessed. Shalom.